Well, this is Adventures in Zero Gravity, and this is our first week on a boat. The Hold. We rented it from a place called Black Prince Holidays, and it's called Bell. It's 57 foot, and so far we have taken it about 3 miles. It's Sunday morning, we've only been going a day. It's around about 9 o'clock in the morning, and we are very soon going to be disappearing into a very big and dramatic tunnel, which promises to be very exciting in a very tunnely kind of way. There we go. And we'll be heading that way, just as soon as we've remembered how to turn the engine back on. And here we have the interior of the boat. And here we have Emma! Say hello, Emma.
Hello, Emma.
Oh, thank you for that. And here also we have, in a kind of nonchalant guest starring role, we have Benji. Say hello, Benji. I guess that'll do. Okay. And we have Phil. Can we get away from Phil? Yes. Yes, we can. Okay. So, simple question. How are you feeling about tackling the tunnel? Come on, confidence. Confidence, it'll all be fine. It will.
It'll be fine.
It will! It's gonna be okay.
I think it's quite simple. You just bounce off the sides till you come out the other end.
Exactly. What's remotely scary about an hour in a dark tunnel where apparently they bang the doors on you when you go in? This is one thing they do, apparently. They just, like, the doors slam behind you like you're walking into a haunted house.
Shut the airtight door.
Oh, yes.
It's like you're in a submarine.
Benji. Oh.
I don't want to die. I don't want to die.
It's alright, Benji, you're a dog. You'll make it. The dog always makes it. And so, we have arrived at the Harecastle Tunnel. Over there. Look at that. Terrifying, in a sort of tunnely way. Yes, we're like half an hour early because they have to let boats through at specific points because it's quite narrow, just to make it even scarier. And we've also managed to not notice this particular sign over here, which says, if you're queuing for the tunnel, queue on that side. Because frankly, we saw a boat and we thought, well, stop here. And it turns out it was filling up with water. So, everything's fine. And at the moment, Emma is consulting maps. How are we feeling about this? Yes.
I'm not looking forward to the tunnel. I'm a bit nervous.
I'm sure it will be fine. Okay, I think we might need to just get around that corner or something.
Enjoy the rest of your day.
You alright? Okay, it's the morning of day 3, day 2 if you're counting full days, and we're in Congleton. The tunnel was fun. The tunnel was a bit traumatic, and the reason why we didn't actually film after the tunnel is that we kind of got out of the tunnel expecting, well, you know, we'll be able to stop in a minute. We'll be able to just sort of relax, catch our breath, sort everything out. That didn't happen. That didn't happen for almost half an hour because it turns out there aren't many places to moor after that, or at least that didn't already have boats in them. So yes, then we had dinner and sort of recovered, and then in the afternoon I steered, and I did okay actually. The simplest thing I can say is that I was surprised by the number of bridges I got through without actually hitting the boat on anything, really. That I felt was impressive and nice. I was pleased with that result. It's our second full day, and we're hoping to get set off pretty soon. It's about 8 at the moment, and we've got a lot to do. Mainly because we have the challenge, we have the exciting challenge of Bosley Locks, which is about 2 hours travel in that direction, and I can't remember if it's 11 or 12, but basically there's a lot of locks, and they're basically right after one another. And the thing about locks is that they take time to get through. So it's going to take us about 4 hours to get a mile, and we really need to get them out of the way today. Hopefully it's going to go all right, especially because we need to get to Macclesfield, because there's a Tesco in Macclesfield, and we quite like the idea of being able to get some more food and being able to eat tonight. So that's the plan. Yeah, I'm probably going to be steering again today, which will be interesting. I'll see if I can film some stuff. I might be able to, I might not. The opportunity may arise, or this might be just a selection of me talking to the camera, saying this exciting thing happened, but I can't show you because we don't have footage. But yes, this is day 2. Okay, we're underway again, and I'm now getting to sit at the front, and it's a very different experience at the front than it is at the back, mainly because it's incredibly quiet. Look at this. Welcome to Bosley Locks. I have rather interestingly been left in sole command of the boat. Heaven knows if they comprehend the sheer horror that they may have unleashed by doing this. But yes, we're halfway through Bosley Locks, which is a line of 12 locks. They start down there and they end sort of up that way, basically. I am probably dazzling you with my camera work at that stage. Yeah, we're kind of aground. It's partly just because this bit of water is what's called a pound, and this is where the water for the lock gates comes from. And the trouble with that is the water level changes from time to time, and we had to pull in because basically we were getting incredibly hungry and desperately in need of some food. Emma and Phil have vanished off to walk the dog, to give Benji some much needed exercise, because Benji has basically been spending most of the time kind of trembling lots while we are driving the boat around. So giving him an opportunity to wander is a good thing. And there's lots of very nice countryside. Look at this! Look at that grass. Whoa.
You're like way too close.
Well, I can blink about.
That's better.
Okay, is that? Am I not quite as dramatically close now?
You're less close. You keep the eye on the canal.
Yeah, no, I'm gonna keep an eye on the canal. Okay. So how are you feeling now that you've had a slightly more relaxing day?
Much better.
Good.
No longer traumatized.
That is good, you know. We didn't aim for trauma, but Day 3. We've just left Marple. We are no longer on the Macclesfield Canal. We're on the Peak Forest Canal. And we just had a bit of a stressful time at Marple. Emma handled it exceedingly well. That inward breath is basically the sound of someone who's just had a lot of stress. But we're proceeding onwards, heading hopefully for Whaley Bridge? Whaley Bridge and Bugsworth Basin, which is our hopeful destination for tonight.
Bit close. You need to go back, Club.
Okay, it's towards the end of the third day, and it's been quite a day. Turns out the Peak Forest Canal is a bit tricky to navigate along than the Macclesfield Canal. There's some sort of exciting steering things that happen at certain points, but we've had a really busy day. We've been basically going almost non-stop since about 5 to 9. We've been driving in shifts, and yeah, we got from Macclesfield, and we are now heading to Bugsworth Basin. We'll be there quite soon, and I've sort of ended up resplendent at the front of the boat. Yeah, there's been some ups, there's been some downs, but overall it's been a good day. Certainly according to Em, we have now encountered pretty much every single scary canal problem that she's read about on the various blogs that she's been researching, which is reassuring, I think. But yeah, it's been educational, but it's been educational in the right way, and one thing must be said, the views are impressive. Hello.
Check out my sunburn.
I know, it's quite glorious, isn't it? Ooh, yes. Yes, quite impressive. So, Emma, it's 3 days in. I guess technically 3.5, but you know, we are officially at the halfway point. How do you feel?
It's been a baptism of fire.
Is that the polite way we're putting it now?
We've come through it. I'm much more confident that I can steer a boat. I can crash a boat into another boat.
Yes.
I can bounce down a tunnel.
we have the video proof of you bouncing down the tunnel, which
I can annoy other boaters at locks.
Yes. This is the thing we have found, is that but boaters can just get easily annoyed about the smallest of things. It's quite perplexing.
But yeah, it's no, I'm feeling pleased. It's been a very long day today, but we have actually got to Bugsworth Basin.
We have, and
we have achieved our
destination. Look at it, it's glorious, isn't it glorious? Well, it's sort of, I guess glorious might be overdoing it a little. It's extremely nice.
Shoot the geese.
Well, not literally. You know. We can't shoot them, we don't have anywhere, you know, we don't have enough room on the boat to cook them. So how do you feel about, how did you feel about the Peak Forest Canal, basically? Because of course
it's very narrow and very shallow.
Yeah. Yeah, we weren't really expecting it to be different, but...
I found that when we went through the tunnel, Harecastle Tunnel, I couldn't keep the boat in a straight line because it sucks you to the side.
Yeah. Is it like a current, basically? I mean, how would you describe it? It's just...
My dad said it was to do with siphoning, or I don't know. It's to do with it being really shallow, and if you get closer to one side than the other, it just kind of pulls you to the side. So it's sort of hard to stay straight. And the Peak Forest Canal does this as well.
Yeah.
Because it's narrow and it's shallow. And I presume it like under the surface it's got all kinds of bumps and stuff, but there have been occasions where we have turned to the right or the left, and the boat has just kept going on in a completely wrong direction, and
Often towards another boat.
Yes, we have had a couple of bumps today.
Yeah.
Fortunately, no one emerged shaking their fist.
Which apparently is not impossible, from what we've read.
Yes, I think it was abandoned boats that we've bumped into, covered in spider webs and things. We're doing okay.
Yeah.
I think we've encountered all of the worst aspects of boating. So we know that we can cope with it all. I was slightly traumatized by the tunnel, but I'm feeling more confident now.
Good.
I'm willing to give the tunnel another try and
Yeah.
try and do it better.
I will be helping out on this time, though.
Try and get it
I'm going to be brave.
right.
Yeah. Well, we'll just maybe a little less bumping than last time. I think I'll be happy with that. And meanwhile, over here is a duck. What do you think about the whole canal situation? Very wise of you to not comment. Thank you. Emma, thank you.